Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Bears are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Lions, who will need to solve that secondary.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line with the Detroit Lions. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Play action. It's Osweiler. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. All right, here we go.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Throwing again, Osweiler. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Off the play fake, here's Osweiler. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now Osweiler on first down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good move. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 7 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here we go now. 3-19.
This is Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Now let's go.
Play action. It's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Let's go. Green 39.
Slot man moves right. They go play action with Trubisky. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Cohen, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56 in there. Party. All right, now, look at 56.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now Trubisky dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And Barth puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, here's Osweiler, and he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Maclin. Touchdown, Detroit! Jeremy Maclin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he fields it cleanly. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, Osweiler to the right side to Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
On second down, Osweiler. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Again, Osweiler. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 19. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun is Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Spence. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39.
Now Reddick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Theo Reddick. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Reddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those type types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Riddick. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. It's complete to Golden Tate. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go. Blue landing.
Riddick with a carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down, Trubisky. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They go back to Reddick, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. 3rd down, 15 yards still needed.
Let's go!
Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw is Osweiler. He finds Riddick complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Ebron's got it. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute, but when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going, able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again, Osweiler. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Osweiler will throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Golden Tate with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They run. This is Cohen. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Now Trubisky to throw on second. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Trubisky. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here come the Lions now. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Here we go now.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st down, Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Third and long, it's Osweiler. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And Owen coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
One last shot for Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game.